Hello, we are here for Zelda month. For The Legend of Zelda. Ocarina of Time. 3D. I'm going to explain how this is going to work. I'm going to organize this into two specific videos. The main dungeons of the game are what we're going to be doing. So for young Link here, we will be doing the Deku tree, Dodongo's Cavern, Jabu's belly, and the bottom of the well. And I'm going to count the Spirit Temple child section as an adult dungeon, so we will do that later on. It's Ganondorf! So, getting to the Deku tree, we gotta collect 40 rupees. And we gotta get a sword. And the 40 rupees are for the shield. Camera angles! Yay! Oh, wow. There's some glitches going on here, isn't there? I'm curious how Majora's Mask 3D is gonna run. I'm upscaling this to 5 times its native. So I think I'm doing okay, but yeah. Always sleeping, this one. I don't believe I'm going to include the Gerudo Training Grounds as the dungeon, because that's just little stuff for the ice arrows. But that would fall into the adult dungeon stuff. What I'm going to try to do, though, see about getting the frames right for once. So, as I said, we need rupees. We need 40 of them. My bottom screen is very transparent, but that's to take away from the actual I have to get used to how to control this with an actual controller. So we got 20 out of the 40 rupees we need. $25. Whoa. I do believe I'm using a beta / an alpha. I guess I have to use the click controls. Now we can cut grass. Yay. 7 more rupees to go. There are some settings that I'm going to need to go through. Gyro controls don't function on the controller that I'm using, so I gotta turn those off when I can. There's 5 more rupees in the shop, so we'll grab those and we'll be on our way. All right. Yeah, get all mad and whatnot. That's fine. Stick. That was quick. And here we go for first dungeon. 7 and a bit minutes in here. Now, this is gonna be any %. And that's just so I can... That is so I can get through this quicker. And I'll try a challenge run after I get this ready, recorded and whatnot. Actually, am I able to change the settings from here? No. Oh, there it is. Switch. We'll just get some stuff out of the way here. Yay, we got the map. Tips are fun. I gotta figure out when I'm gonna do the master quest of this, and that's probably just gonna be any %. And I think for feeling better about everything, I'm gonna do it on the original edition of this. So... Just gotta remember how to do the aiming. Okay. Ooh. Platforms. Yeah. So, as this is a any percent thing, I'm not going to worry too much about the other various collectibles. But in here, specifically, there is a gold Skulltula. That golden little spider over there. Okay, there we go. Yay! Sadness. We didn't get it. The choices that I was going to do for recording in this session were going to be Oracle of Ages or Seasons, or. But it turned out I was going to be better off doing this game. Now, with Majora's Mask, I'm not sure if I'm going to do the intro part of it. Yeah, because Majora's Mask is a lot tougher to get going on. Well, longer, I should say. For this game, it takes like 7 minutes. For Majora's Mask, it takes probably like half an hour to get to the first dungeon. Imagine being able to press buttons underwater. Block. It has been pushed. Well, pulled in this case. It's interesting having to go onto the actual touchscreen with my mouse to use those extra 2 buttons. It's gonna be weird to get used to, just the same as Majora's Mask. All right. craft here to this web. Nice and easy. So we have a way back later. Push this block down and you'll be able to hop across to that torch. We kinda need to do this anyway, because that's the only torch we can reach with the Deku stick. And we have to run our way across. Whee! So 23 is number 1, huh? It's also not it. I actually took a hit. Fun. Yeah, so it's middle, right, left. 23 is number 1. So 23, that would mean this one. And then you go over here, then you go left. So it's... that would make it 1, 2, 3. It's really weird. Anyway, boss time. Parasitic armored arachnid, Goma. When her eye flashes red, smack her in the face with a Deku seed or a Deku nut. When she's on the ceiling like this, she's going to try and drop a bunch of eggs on the ground to hatch into little Goma larvae. You don't want to let her do that. And she's done. Because any percent I will grab this. I'll grab the Harkoniers from the bosses, but I'm not going to really be collecting anything else. So I will meet you back for Dodongo's Cavern. So stay tuned for that. I love graveyards. And no, this is not anything substantial, but I feel like I should show it anyway. Because there's some enemies that we're going to be seeing in the bottom of the well for later. And I figure I might as well show the best ones of this bunch. This is the royal family's tomb. And we're basically being a grave robber right now. So these are keys, little bat-like monsters that like to chill out on walls and then get you. But for the real showstoppers of this little area, my brethren. Walk slowly if you don't have the sun song, which is what we're getting in here. They take 8 hits to deal with. Don't jump into that toxic stuff there, otherwise you'll be taking damage. This is all for the Sun Song, if I didn't mention it. This poem is dedicated to the memory of the dearly departed members of the royal family. The rising sun will eventually set. A newborn's life will fade. From sun to moon, moon to sun. Give peaceful rest to the living dead. This is an interesting poem. Something else is inscribed on a tombstone. It's the secret melody of the Composer Brothers! Yay. I had to remember that I have to use the buttons and not the C-stick in conjunction with them, so yeah. That's fun. And going back into this, them ReDeads are gonna be back. So I'm gonna get on out of here, and I'm gonna meet you back for the Dodongo's Cavern. Haha, yay. Restless souls wander where they don't belong. Bring them calm with the sun song. Have fun. And we're back for the Dodongo's Cavern. These fuses are a very excessive amount of time, but for the puzzles in here, they work wonders. Dodongo's Cavern. Very fiery, very hot, very lava. Not quite as bad as the upcoming Fire Temple. You don't say. Now, I don't remember exactly where both of the map and the compass are. I think there's one on the opposite side of the room. Waiting. We'll go ahead and do this side of the dungeon first. I think we have to anyway. Push the statues out of the way, but onto the switch. Because it's blue, it is a pressure-weighted switch, which means it has to be held down by something, and you cannot do that. Because you need to be able to go through the door. So those are there in order to get that going. Lizelles. There we go. Rolling is pretty fast. Kaboom? Not relevant to us right now, but... yeah, just nuke them. That's... These are regular-sized Dodongos, by the way. Really big explosion radius. There was one thing that didn't translate well in the code of this, and that's how they spin their tails around. Like, in the original, they actually spun and they actually faced where they got hit, instead of just some random direction. This game's kind of, like, iffy that way. But it's still a really good remake. Alright, kaboom over here. There should be a business scrub in that farther section there. This is the chest that I was looking for. Yes. I believe this is the map or the compass, and then the next one is in 2 rooms from here? That's the map, alright. Yay. Since we stepped on that switch, we get to go in here. And there is many bomb flowers. Fun fact, when I first played this game when I was 7, and that was at least 20 years ago now, I'm not even kidding, it might have even been longer than that now. I'm so unfamiliar with dates anymore, but that puzzle that you have to do, it actually confused me. I did not realize that you were supposed to place a bomb in between the other bombs to blow up the staircase and have it sink down. It took me far too long to figure it out. Alright. Oh, excuse me, a little tired here. Having fun, but just a little tired. Look at all these bomb flowers growing around the middle. Sinking staircase. It is faster to do this instead of going up. Like I was trying to before. A little weird to me that you have to stun them as young Link before you can actually end them. I don't think the Deku stick can actually, like, hurt them. Of course, it's been a while since I've tried. I also need to stop yawning so much. Oh, let's not roll off the side here. So close. Yay. First time's a charm. I'm actually capped on rupees. I usually have the big wallet by this point, so it's kind of a different thing for me right now. Baby Dodongos! And we have a rematch with the Lizals. Back and forth. There we go. Itty-bitty tiered puzzle right here. Flip that switch, then you have to jump across and do this one too. The bombs, yay! I can blow stuff up. Giant dead Dodongo. When it sees red, a new way to go will be open. Okay. That's in reference to the giant head over here. So what you want to do is you want to take a bomb out, drop it into the eye, and that'll cause it to glow red. Whoop, I missed. I did not miss. Yay! There's a kaboom behind me, but I believe that leads to a recovery heart. So what we can do is we can just hop down here. We can go into its mouth, and there's a door hidden back here. Now, in this room, there's a couple of fire keys. We don't need to deal with them, but we can go over into this room for more keys. But also, we can come up here. Hey, you know what? Must always keep a bottle with me. So, we'll put the sticks back on there. Now, as long as that fairy is in that bottle in my inventory, I will be able to revive Link one time. I believe we get... I believe there's a mandatory bottle we have to get, but... The one that I got is actually from hurting some Kukos. Almost done here. Kaboom in the floor. Extra bombs. Uh-oh. Infernal Dinosaur, King Dodongo. Chuck a bomb into his mouth just like we did with the other little Dodongos. Watch out when he does this roll technique. Dee dee dee. And we're good already. Jeez. You got stoned. I need to stop. I'll be back for Jabu's belly in a little bit. Jabu's belly. That is the third dungeon as Kid Link. Young Link, whatever you want to call him. Be right back. And it's time for Jabu's belly. Inside Jabu's belly. Get rid of the bubbles. Imagine having to go inside of a fish to actually get stuff done. Whoa. Frames. A little weird. Oh, hello, Rudo. This is why we look before we step. Yeah, I'm that worried about you. You fell down however many feet. And there's just no bueno all around. This is next to the bottom of the well, the shortest child dungeon. It's weird. Gotta wait for a platform to come down. There it is. The goal is to safely bring her across that room where she decided to not look before she stepped. And we want to bring her into that far room back there. We'll go to the left first. I think this is how we're supposed to do it. Nope. We have to go to the other side of the room first. Annoying. Yay! Now with that, we should be able to cut that parasitic tail that we saw in that one room. The whole idea of this is clearing out the parasites from Jabu. Yeah. Kind of funny that we got the boomerang before the map or the compass, but I guess we have to make do. And this dungeon does not really have a lot going for it. She's just gonna berate you every time you leave her in a room. Bubbles! Yay, map and compass. Now we go back over to the other side of the room. Cut another one of these tail things, and then we do it a third time, and we're good to go. Oh, look at that! Door. Ranged weapons are fun. If you're thinking this dungeon is going by as a blur, you're not wrong. It is very, very short. And that's the last of those. Now, since we cut the green tail, we can hop down the hole where it was, which is this one over here. And this door is clear. Why, Princess Rudo, indeed. Jabu is not feeling the best, apparently. Mm-hmm. That is a big octo. Just keep stunning it with the boomerang until it heads the opposite direction. Oh, that's door. Cool. Not too bad. So those appendages, we are able to stun them and turn them into platforms for a moment. It's pretty fun. Really simple. But there's not too much to be expected out of a literal belly of a fish. And this is the room before the boss. Yay. Alright, let's see how bad this is. Boss 3. Bioelectric anemone. Baronade. Oh! Just get rid of all the little jellyfish around it. Bioelectric. There we go. It's still moving. It's all slimy. We walk right through it. Blech. I'll be back for the bottom of the well for the end of the Child Link dungeons. And I'm gonna start doing the Adult Link side of the dungeons as well. You're late. Yeah, I keep saying that. As I said before, I'll be right back. Instead of going directly to the Fire Temple, this is where I'm going to be doing the Bottom of the Well dungeon. I've been told that we should return to the Temple of Time to see Sheik again. So this is going to be the last part of the Child Link or Young Link videos. There are ReDeads everywhere in the market. Just need to return to this place. Now, the Bottom of the Well is a child mini dungeon. I'm just doing it now because I don't feel like I'm going to need to be a child for too many more times. I did. And even through time. Interesting. I forgot they added a boss rush in this mode for something. Cool. Prelude of Light. Indeed. My eyes! And as Sheik has said, just place the sword back in the pedestal, and you'll be able to return to young Link. Yay! Now we need to make our way over to Kakariko Village, and into the windmill specifically. There's a song that you need to learn as an adult from the windmill, and then you bring that song in a paradox sort of way to the windmill, and you play it there. But with that, playing that song, we will be able to get into the bottom of the well. And it's actually got a nifty trinket that's kind of required to go forward in this game. Especially in the Shadow Temple and the Spirit Temple. Like, getting to the Spirit Temple actually, I think, requires that. Shadow Temple, you'll get your bearings better. So, there's a lot of creepy stuff in this game. Like that, for instance. Now, I am doing this mini-dungeon at the bottom of the well early. Just a tad. The actual time you're supposed to really do it is after the forest, fire, and water temples. If you get those 3 dungeons done, then you'll be able to go easily into that. So, as I was saying, let's go into here. And let's play our song. Whee! Spinning! I find it kind of rare that you see this cutscene at night, but it's really cool. Go around, go around, go around. What? It's going way too fast. And with that, we get to go into one of the creepiest parts of this game. I've mentioned it plenty of times before, but this... Ow, my legs. This is the bottom of the well. Eye of Truth, huh? Yeah, the idea of this place is there's fake walls, and you gotta actually know where stuff is to get going places. Like, for instance, here. There's wall masters in here. But what we're looking for is this right here, so we stand on it. And play Zelda's Lullaby. We can actually drain the water. The remaining water, that is. There's a couple things here and there that I can grab before we go places. Come over here carefully. Hug the wall next to this chest. Grab it. There is a map and a compass in here, so we're just going to grab these. Now, Love it. Yeah. So, ReDeads. Told you we'd have to deal with them again. If I went looking for secrets, there's actually a variant of a ReDead called a Gibdo in here. It screeched at me! To get out of here, just get the silver rupees. Now, since I'm not collecting stuff in this, we will see some Gibdos in the Shadow Temple when we get there. What do you say? But map and compass obtained. We come down here, there's a little chest that has bombs in it. But this is where we're looking. Yeah, this room specifically. This is a dead hand. Get grabbed by the hands or start chucking bombs random places. Ugh. I don't know what's worse, a ReDead or a dead hand. That's what we're here for, the lens of truth. Indeed. So, next up, as far as my recording is concerned, I am going to the Fire Temple. So, be back then.